white walls. Okay, white walls done. Round air cleaner, nice little Ace, and my side mount. Well, hello, and how are you? Today's vlog is, I think you'll find a strange one. Some of you might think that, how could I do it? Not put you through it, but when I explain you'll understand. But I hope that by the time you end up listening to the vlog, if you listen to it to the end, I think you will understand why I did it and why I can do it. You see, the thing is, on Friday I went to my mum's funeral. Now, how's that to start the day off on a bright note? Now, I know what you're thinking. Blimey, he went to his mum's funeral on a Friday and here he is doing a jolly vlog on the Sunday. Well, I'll tell you, my mum was a diminutive lady from Dublin. Yes, I'm half Irish. I'm proud of it. And she had a wicked sense of humour. Now, I'm the eldest of 6 kids, and in a way we've all got a bit of that humour with us. I've probably got quite a bit of it because I've always got a jolly disposition, or most of the time. And she sort of imparted that to us. And I'll give you an idea, and this is absolutely true what happened on Friday. I want you to picture the scene. My mum was cremated. We're in a chapel of rest, or whatever they call it. As I said, she had 6 kids. There were over 20 grandkids, and I think there's about 10 or 11 great grandkids, although they weren't at the funeral, obviously. A bit too young. But it was standing room only. Every seat was packed and people were queuing up at the back, standing there to pay respects to her. And my dad chose the music for the coffin being carried into the chapel, which was done by my nephews, who did a fantastic job. But my mum, she chose Another One Bites the Dust by Queen as her final song. Now, come on. And what's more, everyone in the chapel clapped along with the tune. Now, I've been to a few funerals in my time, but I've never been to one that was sad, of course, but there were so many smiles and such a warm feeling. It was really amazing. I can't really put it into words. It's not, it wasn't a mourning of her passing. It was a celebration of her life. And boy, did we have a good time. And I know that sounds weird, but it would be what she wanted, and exactly how I'd like to go as well, because I don't want people mourning and being in tears all day long. I want them to celebrate my life and not mourn my death. So I thought I'd mention that, and it's the reason that I can come out today and do the vlog, because she's given me that sort of general outlook on life and that general feeling that it's good. What's meant to happen is meant to happen. She wasn't well. She hadn't been well for quite some time, and it got to the point where she could hardly leave the house. So I think once you reach a point like that, I don't think that the quality of life is there in a way, and you end up being a bit selfish. You shouldn't be. That was a bump, not my voice, by the way. You end up being a bit selfish, because what you do is you sort of want them to cling on and hang around even though they're really ill, and it's for you because you don't want them to go. It's not for them, and you realise that and I know it's corny, but like the vicar said, I tell you what, he could have been in Father Ted. My mum was a Catholic, and the priest that stood up at the front, he mentioned Stephen Fry, the comedian. Now, what funeral have you been to where Stephen Fry gets a mention? He said my mum looked like the lady that used to be in the sitcom Bread, those of you that are old enough to remember that. And he said a load of other stuff, and even started singing on his own at one point. But he seemed to fit in to the whole feel and the whole atmosphere of the day, and he was meant to be. It was meant to be him. And I'll tell you something really weird, and I know there are those of you who will look at say, nah, Harley man, we knew you were mad. We knew that you were out your tree. I went on my Facebook page on Saturday morning, and I put a little note that basically said, I want to say thank you to everybody who attended the funeral. I think we can all say that we've never attended one like it, referring to the atmosphere and the happiness of it. And I said that it was exactly as she would have wanted. And as a final note, I said, and Mum, if you're listening, a bit of luck on the lottery wouldn't go amiss. Now, I do the lottery, the UK lottery, every week, and I buy a lotto ticket, I buy a Thunderball ticket, and I buy what's called a Pick 2 ticket, which for my American friends is where you get something if you choose two numbers, and if they come up you get something. And because I do that every week, the law of averages says that at some point I'm going to win one of those tickets, and I tend to win a tenner every so often, and I might win £40 on the Pick 2 game maybe once every couple of months or something. I don't expect to win every week. On Saturday evening, yesterday evening, all three of the tickets I won on. Now that is strange. I've never ever, all the years I've been doing it, won on all three tickets. Now, not huge amounts. I won £10 on the lottery, I won £10 on the Thunderball, and I won one line on the Pick 2 game, which gave me £40, so I won £60. But it was the fact that I'd won that money. And it has never ever happened before. I've never won on all three tickets in the same week. So I like to think that my little request was answered, and it was her, again with her wicked sense of humour, freaking me out, because it was freaky. And that's why I can do today's vlog, because of her, because what she gave me. And it's not strength, it's not, I mean, I've had my days where I've been all upset, of course you have, and days when I just didn't want to do anything, and I suppose I wasn't weak, it's natural, but the reason I can come out today and the reason I can do this vlog is because of the attitude I have. Now, I want to mention Triple X Deadhead, great guy, watches my vlogs, responds, and I must admit I feel a bit guilty because I don't respond back as much as I should. But he made a comment saying, he gave me a shout out, which I appreciate, and he made a comment that said that my outlook on life is very positive, very good. And that's her, that's what she gave me. And if she could give me anything, I wouldn't want money. In fact, out of all her possessions, I've actually got a cup, a teacup that she used to use on a regular basis. I don't want valuable things, I want personal things, and I don't care about the value of an object. And the cup itself is sitting in a glass cabinet beside my nan's cup that she used to use every day. And between the pair of them, they're probably worth the princely sum of about £1. So if I ever get desperate, I know where I can get a quid from. But I will be doing more upbeat vlogs in the future. I hope this one wasn't too downbeat, because it's not what she would have wanted. I know she would have wanted me to come out today and do a vlog, and I know that she'd be proud of not only how I've coped, how my brothers and sisters have coped, and my dad especially. My dad was a pillar of strength at the funeral, and I'll tell you what, it's a silly thing to say it, but it could not have gone better. I know that sounds weird, doesn't it? But it could not have gone better. It was the way it should have happened, and it's the way it happened. And that's all I wanted to say for today. So if you're a biker, you ride safe. If you're not a biker, you be safe. And by all accounts, summer is coming. So let's get out there and do plenty more vlogs. See you later, guys.